Talking of politicians who screw everything up, let's talk about, that's why I get the big bucks, that kind of link. Matt Hancock has been humiliated by Sir Jacob Rees-Mogg's son, Peter.
Love this story.
He's 16 years old. Matt Hancock went to make a speech to Eton schoolboys. Peter, like his dad, is an Eton schoolboy. And he, in the course of this speech, derided Jacob Rees-Mogg as a poor politician, and Peter Rees-Mogg, 16 years old, real chip off the old block, stood up and said, my father is a great man, both privately and publicly, and furthermore, he remained faithful to his wife. Which, of course, Matt Hancock did not.
Little Mogg. Is he kitten, if he's Little Mogg?
Yeah.
Little kitten Mogg.
Yeah.
But apparently, his whole name is Peter Theodore Alfagi. Couple's eldest, and all the other children are named after ancestors, biblical figures or historical figures, including popes. Isn't one called like Sextus or Quintus or something Latin like that? Of course they are. But it's not his first intervention in politics. Apparently, old Little Mogg, Moglet, asked Reform Party leader not to put a candidate against his father. So I reckon, we have a lot of that sort of stuff, you know, the nepotism in politics. So I'd imagine we'll have Moglet standing for election soon. Probably not anytime in the near future, considering the Tories are going to be decimated.
Yeah.
But,
anyway, Matt Hancock, you just got put right in your place by a 16-year-old. Now, let's talk about Steve Coogan, the Alan Partridge star, left-winger, all that. Anyway, he's made a film. It's called The Lost King. We know about it. It was about the extraordinary discovery of Richard III's body in a grave underneath a car park in Leicester. Amazing story and a true story.
Brilliant story.
So he turned it, quite rightly, turned it into a movie called The Lost King. Anyway, in it, there's a academic, I think his name's Richard Taylor, who was the Deputy Registrar at University of Leicester. He's now suing Steve Coogan and Steve Coogan's production company, Baby Cow, and Pathé Productions, for portraying him as devious and weasel-like and divisive.
And a misogynist,
a misogynist. So if you're going to make films about real people, you better be careful.
Yeah.
Let's see how this lawsuit comes out. But, you know, I'm sure Mr. Taylor's a very nice guy and he didn't take kindly. And it's typical of what films do. You know, they have to have their black and white baddies and goodies. And so he was clearly seen as some sort of little nasty bureaucrat. Anyway, could cost Steve Coogan a few quid. But we don't know the result of that. We'll see how that develops. And now, I love this story.
I love this. So Emmanuel Macron's stepdaughter has been talking to the French press, and she's been saying how she's still wounded by her mother's forbidden relationship, and also addresses the bizarre rumour that Brigitte Macron was actually born male.
Well, yeah, she does that. Her name is Tiffany Ozier. And she is a novelist, and she's given a big interview to the very prestigious French publication Paris Match, in which she says she's still wounded because what happened was Brigitte, when she was a teacher, Emmanuel, the future president, was a pupil of hers.
Yeah.
He was 15, she was 30.
She was 40. 25-year age gap. No, she was 40 and already had 3 kids.
40.
She was 40.
Anyway, he was 15, she was 4. I got that wrong. She was 15, he was 40, and they got it on. Now, in France, if you're 15, that means you are above the age of consent. They have a year younger than our age of consent. So it wasn't actually against the law, but, you know, kind of... I don't know, not quite. Doesn't seem right to me.
Nothing about this feels right. I mean, if that happened in today's society, there would be all sorts of accusations of child abuse, paedophilia. I mean, it'd just be, you know, pretty dodgy. No safeguarding going on in that French school. Not that the French know what safeguarding is.
Tiffany, Miss Ozier, was particularly upset that her humiliated father, André Louis Azier, was forced to leave the family home in 1994, even though he did not divorce Brigitte until 2006, when schoolboy Macron was no longer a schoolboy and was able to marry her. Hey, the people who run France.
The lovely liberal French.
Only in France, now, I guess.
Really quickly, guess what? Bloody Europe. Sorry, I hate Eurovision. Oh, Eurovision is coming back soon, and all the woke horror of that pantomime. A Palestinian pop star is going to be representing Iceland. Of course they are.
Iceland.
Queers for Palestine, queers for Hamas.
This is a Palestinian is going to sing for Iceland. That's ridiculous. At the very least, surely they should have a
Eurovision is
rule.
ridiculous.
You have
hate
to be born in the
Eurovision.
country you represent. So she's going to sing for Palestine.
Yeah.
Represent
I'd imagine
Gaza.
I would imagine some of her relatives and neighbours back home might not enjoy her being part of the whole big LGBTQ celebration.
I've always
that is
hated the Eurovision Song
I
Contest.
despise
Now
it.
I hate it a lot,
I really hate
more.
it.
But